saying, instead of saying, how are you?
It's like saying sup.
Fair. Yeah, you could just say, it's more like, how's it?
Yeah.
No, but that's because you picked up on that. I didn't realize you knew that.
Correct. I listen.
Okay, girl, okay. So today I wanted to, explore the Tongan alphabet.
Okay.
So I thought you knew the Tongan alphabet, so...
Darling, we haven't done alphabets in a really long time, and so I've forgotten.
Because I feel like, my mom would sing it around the kids, and I thought you would have been familiar with it.
Yeah, she did sing it around the kids, but I didn't know that was the alphabet song.
You're like, oh, that's a nice song.
Yeah, I thought it was like a children's song.
What's that gibberish?
No.
Oh, it was the Tongan alphabet. Anyway, okay. So, there are 17 letters in the Tongan alphabet.
Yeah.
These are the 17, so there are 5 vowels. Do you know the 5 vowels?
I-A-E-O-U.
A-E-O-U. Yeah, that's it. And there are 12 consonants, so in English those letters are F, H, K, L, M, N, N, G. Yeah, nah, that's not an English alphabet, but then P, S, T, V, and then glottal stop.
Yeah.
Whakaua. So in Tongan, yeah, so basically, from the last video, when you didn't understand what I was saying about how to pronounce whawhana.
Yeah.
So basically, each of the letters in the Tongan alphabet, you pronounce it by pronouncing the letter and at the end.
Yeah.
So, fa, ha, ka, la, ma, na, nga, pa, sa, ta, pa, right? And then whakaua, glottal stop. That's considered to be a consonant as well.
Yeah.
So the actual order of the alphabet is a, e, fa, ha, I, ka, la, ma, na, nga, o, pa, sa, ta, e, fa. Yeah, I.
Oh, is the E's at the end?
Yes, ta, e, fa. So if you were to spell your name in Tongan, how would you spell it?
Na, a, ta, I, a.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And what I like about that is that you could already hear the pronunciation of the word by spelling it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know how in English, I just realized this now, in English when parents are speaking to each other, or like it's any other language when parents are speaking to each other, and like we've done this before with the kids where like we want to speak in code to each other.
Yes.
And the way we speak in code, oh wow, this actually is way better. The way we speak in code to each other is that we spell words.
Yes.
Well, that's hard to do in Tongan, right? Because, like we just with your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Tongan alphabet. I haven't looked this up properly, but in the Tongan alphabet was formalized in like 1950 something, I think, or 1960 something. So when you look at books that have been published, like Tongan books that have been published, prior to the 1950s, or prior to when the alphabet was like formalized, you see other letters used in there.
Oh, really? Like which letters?
J was used.
Oh.
So you know how my dad's name is Sione?
Yeah.
S-I-O-N-E. They would sometimes use J instead of S. Jane.
Oh.
Do you ever notice how when Tongans speak, sometimes you'll hear a bit of a ch kind of sound?
I've never noticed that. No.
Like sometimes when you know the boys are hanging out with each other and they say the word siana. Siana, do you know what the word siana means?
No.
Siana means like, well, it's intended to be like bro. It's plus yana to shana, so shana.
I've never heard that.
Well, yeah, it's very much like something amongst the bros.
Right, okay, that's probably why.
Yeah, shana, docs.
Yeah, docs I've heard.
Do you know what docs is?
Like brother.
Do you know what the full word for docs is? What's up, docs?
Toko.
Toko.
Something.
Yeah, that's an abbreviated version. Do
Yeah.
you know what the full word is?
No.
The full word is tokowa.
Tokohua. Tokohua.
So, tokowa, do you know what that means?
My brother.
No. So, tokowa is actually a word to describe your sibling of the same gender, of the same sex.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I did know that. I forgot. Yes.
So, Amani wouldn't call Tahila, who is his sister, a tokowa.
Yeah.
You call her his tuofefine, which is the actual word for sister.
Yeah.
What a brother.
Of a brother. Yeah.
Whereas the sister calling another sister should just call her tokowa.
A sister calling a sister.
Yeah, because it's the same gender sibling.
Oh, I see.
Tokowa it's not a gendered term.
I got you. Yeah.
So, so then, like technically, like we call each other also bro, subsis.
Yeah.
Calling the opposite gender toko would technically, if they're not related to you, they're not the same gender, then toko doesn't apply. But
Yeah, I got you.
but we use it as a term like what's up toko, just for anyone, like just like bro, sis, cuz those kind of terms. But yeah.
They don't really have that in Farsi. The only thing that they have in relation to male, female, that I know, again, my Farsi is not that fantastic, but it's when you're calling your auntie or your uncle, because you say it from the side of the parent. If it's your mum's brother or sister, your mum's brother would be dai and your mum's sister would be khale. And on your dad's side, if it's your dad's sister or brother, it's your dad's sister is ame, and then your dad's brother is amo. And that's the only real sort of gendered way to identify whose side of the family is your relation.
So you only have one brother.
Yes.
And so our kids would have called him Dai.
Dai, yeah.
Dai Andi.
Dai Andre, yeah.
Yeah. But Bulgarian.
And I would be ame to Auntie's kids. Yeah.
True. That's interesting. So we have a similar thing in Tongan, where there are distinct names for your father's brothers and sisters and your mother's brothers and sisters. And in the Tongan culture, your father's oldest sister has a very important role in the family.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name?
Fau.
That's right. So in our family, and I've described this to Amani multiple times when he tries to be cheeky in front of his older sister. I'm like,
Yeah.
that she plays a really important role to like when you guys grow up and you have kids, she's gonna be the vow to your kids, and she's gonna have an important role of like nurturing them, and like if they need any sort of like attention for their well-being, and also just be another like mother figure to the kids, or at least that's how I understand it. I have a limited understanding myself of the term, and so in return she gets honored at all the different events, and so
The special occasions, right?
yeah, and not just special occasions. Doesn't have to be just special occasions, but that's where you see it the most. It's the most
Right.
obvious, where
Yeah.
like she's sitting at the front table, or like there's a specific seat at a event, and she'll receive gifts and different things because of the role that she plays in the family as the oldest auntie of the children. Yeah, something like
But
that.
something similar. I know it's not exactly that, but because every culture has its different ways. But in English, that's probably the most closely related term that you could understand understand the concept, right? Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's it. So the thing is, I didn't grow up in a family that was strongly practicing that. So what it looks like to me is just based on what I've learned from other people telling me and reading about it and whatnot. So, I have an auntie who, we honor and all that, but it wasn't really practiced in our family.
Who is the auntie on your mum's side that does that for you?
No, there is no auntie on my mum's side. My mum's side doesn't. The vow is only in your dad's sisters or your dad's older sister.
But in your mum's family, who is that? That's what I mean, sorry.
Oh, so she has an older sister who's passed away, and that's interesting. I think different families practice it in different ways. So she passed away, and she has she has daughters, and I don't know whether I think the vow system must only exist within that sort of generation. So maybe the vow comes down to the next older sister,
right,
which is manu.
Manu, okay.
Yeah. The thing with the vow, of what I understand about the vow system as well, is that the children of the vow are also you also treat them extra special as well, like your cousins who you not bow down to, but maybe you do bow down to them.
Well, your cousins who are Manu's daughters are the most amazing women.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
But they're not my vow. Manu's not my vow.
Yeah.
They're Manu's that would be the vow to Dolphy and George's kids.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. I mean, all my cousins, most of my cousins, some of my cousins. My family's amazing.
They are amazing. Yeah.
So do you have a similar kind of matriarchal or some sort of system like that in Persian culture?
No, not really. That I'm aware of. I think because when you're growing up in a culture, in an ethnic culture, but then you have a faith that you believe in, it makes it a bit different because the faith becomes the main culture, I guess, of the family. So, but I think because as an Iranian, you come from an area where there's a lot of, it was originally based in Islam, and so the men are the ones that have more authority from that.
It's a very patriarchal.
Yeah, and it's very patriarchal. So the shift between the man versus the woman being the head of the family, sometimes it's a bit of a mind shift. So, but again, this is a very unacademic, coming from a place of just my own experience.
Yeah, which is two people talking smack and we know what we're talking about.
Exactly. We're sharing our truths, right? Our own truths. But anyway, but coming from an area where you have something that you have a belief in, like for example, world unity and no prejudice, then that becomes sort of, and everything that you work towards is towards that. Then culture, when you grow up in your ethnicity, bless you, I don't know, you still have reference for the culture, but then you know that your aim is something greater, right? So there's a shift, but you still acknowledge where you came from, right? So Islam is everywhere. It's not just in Persia. It's in other Arab countries.
That's right.
So I mean,
and to be fair, there's Christians and Iran and
Jews and lots of different Zoroastrians. There's lots of different religions.
Yeah, I was actually curious because when you were talking about like how dominant, Islamic culture, Islam is in Iran, what the culture of Iran looked like prior to Islam, because Zoroastrianism came before Islam, right?
Yeah,
And that would have had a strong influence in
probably.
Persia.
Yeah,
And even prior to that, I wonder what that. I'll be curious to see what that looked like.
yeah. I don't know. We'd have to do some reading.
We should do some reading.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's pretty good there. We went from the alphabet to religion and culture.
Well, it's to do with language and culture. It's
Yeah, true.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, do you know how to recite the Tongan alphabet off the top now?
No, sorry, I do
Oh,
not.
disappointing.
God.
So, I'll just wrap it up. So, with the Tongan alphabet, e, fa, ha. Actually, this is a song which you can't hear the melody because I'm whispering.